Sunday afternoon baseball from Baltimore. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles. Travis Schroeder makes his big league debut right after this. Murray Ortega gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Oh, that's a ball and no strikes. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this series has been a little bit of back and forth, dropping the first one, finding a way to battle back, and then dropping the third one in this 4-game set. Let's see if they can find a way to tie this rubber game.
You know, Dero, this is one of those, if you could win game 4 of this series and walk away with a split, you almost feel like you won this series. This is a big one here today.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop. The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2. And he fouls this one off.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
The 2-2 one more time is looked at and the count moves full. Charles Favreau waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He was the catalyst for this ball club last month. He had an on-base percentage of over 400. And when you're doing that, you're really helping your team.
Now at the plate, Charles Favreau. As you check out his righty-lefty split, it's no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First delivery to him on the way. And a neck-high fastball that time. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Hey, Dero, you better be up there ready to swing with Ricky Holiday behind the plate, particularly on that high pitch.
Yeah, no, I don't like that, Dan. As an offensive player, that's the one pitch that you almost can't get to with a power guy on the mound. I'm okay with you giving a little bit on the corners. You start giving north, it makes it super tough on the hitters.
1-2.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
The 1-2 pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Ruben Finney.
Here comes the first pitch. It's a strike.
You want to talk about setting the tone and getting your teammates relaxed? That's exactly what this pitcher did, coming in and punching tickets. First 2 batters of the game.
Heading out towards shallow right. Gates moving in. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Still no score. Digging in, Edward Ramos And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now.
Ramos.
First pitch on its way. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Lifted in the air to center field. Gilliam sprinting after it. He's there and records the first out.
All right, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays on defense. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
At the plate, Ralph Palmer will take his first cuts here.
Ralph Palmer.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Behind 0-2 now. Here it comes, 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he sent down via the strikeout.
Standing in, Will Peniagua. Take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July. First delivery to him on the way. Way in front of that fastball.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Peniagua is primarily a catcher, but he's manning first base in this one. A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
A little low. It's 2-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. The 2-2 one more time. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We'll move to the third with no score. A nice aerial shot there. The Inner Harbor in downtown Baltimore as we welcome you back to the Charm City. So digging in now,
Leading off for the Orioles,
as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Damian Ritchie.
First pitch on its way. A little bouncer. The 0-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. Here it comes on 0-2. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2. And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. It's a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Stepping in now, Ken Angelo. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a little blooper to center. Gilliam coming on. And the Orioles have their first hit of the game.
That's got to be frustrating for the pitcher right there. He's well aware of who's having great seasons and who's having the tough seasons at the plate for the opposition. This guy put him in the tough season bucket. He just gave up a knock for it.
Now batting, Travis Brody. And this at-bat marks the beginning of his big league career. An exciting moment for him.
You know, Matty, I know a lot's expected of this guy, but first big league AB is probably the most nervous he will ever be in his career. Let's see if he can handle the moment.
As a look, now the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Though he was always projected as a future major leaguer, actually getting to stand in for your first big league at-bat is no small feat. You got to think he's really happy to be here, of course.
Yeah, Matty, this guy turned a lot of heads in spring training. Swung the bat extremely well and was just waiting for something to happen for him to get the call to the big leagues.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So he comes up empty in his first major league at-bat.
I know he was expecting more, but that's a win. If you could put the ball in play your first big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
First pitch coming, here it is. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. A 1 pitch on its way. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Orioles lead 1. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Now in the box, Charles Favreau. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2. Hit out toward second. Gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
He's been cold. Batting average fell below 230, but that knock might have put him in a positive frame of mind. Hopefully that's the start of something big right
The
Into the box now.
number 23.
Finney. So take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out.
And he's really getting the better of it now. It's strike 2. Favreau on at first, nobody out. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
In now, Edward Ramos. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. That's back-to-back strikeouts now, as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Palmer.
First offering on its way. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. A 1-1. It's a fastball that misses.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
One of the most frustrating things for me to watch in this game is guys getting count leverage and not pull the trigger on a fastball middle in. That's why you play, to get in those.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Riding into the box, Will
Leading off for the Orioles.
He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Will Paniagua.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will track it down.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
So he sets him down swinging. Will Paniagua is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Ready for another chance, Damian Ritchie.
Center fielder number 34, Damian Ritchie.
Now here's the pitch. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
0-1.
The 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
I mean, you look in the dugout right now, you see steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears. Somebody has to stay back and find a way to get knocked.
The 0-2 pitch. He's just rolling right now, and even dozens strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you. He executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
The batter.
Into the box,
Third baseman.
and Angelo, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. A base hit in his first trip. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Late that time for a strike.
I'm going to chalk that one up to he didn't see it too well right there. To get such a late swing on an off-speed pitch, a good curveball right there to go down 0-2, he's got to regroup.
Fouled off.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
He's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Stepping in and ready for another shot.
Leading off for the Orioles,
Schroeder.
right fielder, Travis Schroeder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball 1.
1-1-1.
The first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Here now the 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. Gates is in pursuit, and he makes the catch in the corner. So the lineup flips over, and digging in,
Now batting,
Villanueva.
shortstop, Felix Villanueva.
Here it comes. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. The 2-1 home. The count now at 2-2. The 2-2. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. 1 out, nobody on. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Line drive to left. Chavez is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Stepping in
Up
now,
next for the
Charles
Orioles,
Fabro.
designated
He'll take
hitter,
a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for
Fabro.
strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. 0-1 looked like a knuckle curve, and it's 1-1 now.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that for a strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Boy, Dero, the pitch count keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. And this is another example of they're really making this guy work in this one.
Yeah, that's the grind right here. You put your hard hat on, you try and find a way to get into that bullpen.
Ready for another shot now. Ruben Finney. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
Finney.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Swinging a ground ball to third. And from the seat of his pants, he gets the force at second. What a play to retire the side. Orioles lead 1, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. So here's the cleanup hitter, Edward Ramos.
Leading off for the
Starting to
Orioles.
run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Here's the 0-1. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Into the box now. Well, he'll take a look at the strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
1-1-1.
Hit out towards second. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder up, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, Dero, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. It seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out at Mark DeRosa. So far, so good. A pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
In there, base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking
Richie.
8 games, now you're like, oh, I got a nice little hitting streak.
First delivery to him on the way. Called strike over the outside corner.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
0-1 count and the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That was a big strike out there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Now batting, third baseman, Ken
In now, Ken Angelis. As the first pitch here has been high, it's ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Started that swing a bit too early. Palmer on second. Peniagua at first. 2 out in the inning. No 2-1.
2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Now the 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration is creeping into these guys, so he might have just been trying to get his guys on the board with 1 swing.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Gates moves over, hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. Orioles strand a couple. We are still scoreless.
Your attention, please.
Hernandez is on
Now
to pitch
pitching
out of
for
the
Tampa
bullpen in
Bay.
the bottom half of the
Number
8th.
32, Hector Hernandez.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched 1-run game. Both hurlers battled, and it's almost a shame somebody had to lose this one.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. The Tampa Bay Rays came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Hector Hernandez claims the win out of the pen, his first. John Valentine wraps it up for the save, his 6th. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Rays. 1 run on 6 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Orioles, no runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, a swift 2 hours and 19 minutes. A reminder that